At this moment, the men and women of NIH are working to protect the American people from another danger, the risk of avian and pandemic influenza, to discuss our strategy to prevent and protect the American people from a possible outbreak. Most Americans are familiar with the influenza or the flu as a respiratory illness that makes hundreds of thousands of people sick every year. Pandemic flu is another matter. Pandemic flu occurs when a new strain of influenza emerges that can be transmitted easily from person to person. 3 years ago, the world had a preview of the disruption an influenza pandemic can cause when a previously unknown virus called SARS appeared in rural China. When an infected doctor carried the virus out of China, it spread to Vietnam and Singapore and Canada within a month. By one estimate, the SARS outbreak cost the Asian Pacific region about $40 billion. The airline industry was hit particularly hard, with air travel to Asia dropping 45% in the year after the outbreak. We are likely to face another pandemic. A flu pandemic would have global consequences, so no nation can afford to ignore this threat. And every nation has responsibilities to detect and stop its spread. Recently met with leaders of the vaccine industry. They assured me that they will work with the federal government to expand the vaccine industry so that our country is better prepared for any pandemic. And by putting in place and exercising pandemic emergency plans across the nation, we can help our nation prepare for other dangers, such as a terrorist attack using chemical or biological weapons. Leaders at every level of government have a responsibility to confront dangers before they appear and engage the American people in the best course of action. It is vital that our nation discuss and address the threat of pandemic flu now. There is no pandemic flu in our country or in the world at this time. But if we wait for a pandemic to appear, it will be too late to prepare. And one day, many lives could be needlessly lost because we failed to act today.